Hey guys, welcome to the Practical Build Management with Gradle course. In the last section 10, we're actually going to take a look beyond Java support by Gradle. In this section, we're going to review Gradle's polyglot nature, what Gradle supports out of Java. We're also going to review how to speed up a build, because most of the time if we have a big project with big team and it really matters to save build time in terms of time spent on build, because in this case we will save time for each of our team members. We're also going to review the new features that appeared in the recent version of Gradle that is called composite builds. This feature allows us to build together as a single project several standalone projects, which by itself can be built in isolation as a regular standalone Gradle projects. In the first video of this section, we're going to review the polyglot nature of Gradle. And this nature we're going to take a look from the Scala point of view, because in previous section we already have a brief overview of plugins that go out of the box from Gradle to support other programming languages along with Java. We're also going to take a look what other tasks can be done using Gradle, and here we would like to take a look, for example, for the plugin that allows Gradle to be used as an SSH agent, and there is also a plugin to work with Docker. Okay, let's go to our code. So we have a section 10 folder created for our 10th section, and let me just give a brief overview of the changes we have. So we have a new module that's called module Scala, and here we have an SRC main Scala folder hello world.scala file. And this is just pretty simple file that contains a object hello world and one method which will print hello world. So usual file that we start to learn any programming language. Okay, we have also a build.gradle file for our module Scala. It is empty by default, and we added our module Scala module to our settings.gradle file so that Gradle aware about new module. Okay, in order to introduce a support for Scala, we just need to apply a plugin for Scala that goes actually out of the box. It's called Scala, but this will be not enough, because let's just check this, because in order to allow Gradle to compile Scala, Gradle needs some Scala library and as a dependency. So let's just define a dependency. For it will be org Scala blank, then there will be name Scala library, and there will be a version. I have a Scala version installed on my machine is 2.12.11. This is a recent Scala version. Okay, let's just rebuild our code again, and now it looks like it continues further, and so we have compiled our Scala code. and then regular plugins executed for our project. Okay, let's just go inside our Scala build folder so that we can see that actually we have compiled Scala code. So, and here we just need to run Scala, and from here we would like to call our Scala method, pass it array, and then here we go. So we can see that Gradle is able to compile not just Java or Groovy, as we already learned, but other programming languages as well, and in our case it's Scala. Along with Scala, Gradle actually supports other capabilities to be done through it. Let's just switch to our browser. So now we can see that there is an SSH plugin which actually allows to use Gradle as a deployment tool, for example, or for invocation of some commands on the Linux machine, on the remote Linux machine, or for example for copying files from one system to another, and this can be done using this SSH plugin for Gradle. It's actually pretty useful, pretty easy to use. It has also a DSL that allows us to define the remote hosts to which we need to connect to, and then to run some work on these hosts. Okay, it's pretty simple if you really need this, so you can check this out later. Another pretty useful case that might be for you if you use Docker. There is Docker plugin for Gradle, with which we can actually create Docker images and create Docker containers pretty easily. So here again, this plugin provides a DSL for the usage, where we can, for example, to encode that we can create a Docker image, we can create a Docker image with files, we can define dependencies for Docker images, we can publish Docker images, and we also can run containers or Docker Compose. So basically all useful things that we can do with Docker, we can do through Gradle. I won't deep dive here, but just for overall information that Gradle is not limited to the build lifecycle of Java, but it supports much more broader activities than just related to the build process.